Now it's time to add the race cars. Once we got one car moving, we'll duplicate it and make the second one, and it'll save yourself a lot of work. So what you're going to do is go to the sprites and go looking for the sprite, the cat sprite. Okay. We'll click on the cat. The reason why we're using the cat sprite is for the size, because you want your race car to be a little bit bigger than the cat. So I'm going to go to costumes. I can see my cat size. I'm actually going to select the whole cat and move it over so I have room to draw my car. Now what I need to do is I need to convert to bitmap, and we're going to use the paint editor to draw my car. So I'm going to use, we don't need the cat B costume, so I can just delete the cat B. It will go away eventually. And so I'm going to take the rectangle tool, and I'm going to make my first race car red. So I'm going to go to the red section of the colors, saturation. I can take that rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle that's going to be a little bit bigger than the cat in terms of height. Then I'm going to change the fill color to black, and I'm going to use the rectangle tool. Oops, sorry, undo, didn't mean to do that. Oh. So I'm going to use the rectangle to draw tires. So I'm going to draw one tire back down here, and then I'm just going to duplicate the tire by clicking on it and doing Control C to copy, Control V to paste. So my tires are the matching size. So I need 4 tires. So I will select this one again, copy it, paste it, move it, paste again, move it. Then I'm going to make a smaller rectangle. Now I'm going to make a smaller rectangle that I'm going to use to attach the tires to the car. So I'm just going to make a smaller rectangle like this. I'm going to copy it and paste it and move it to where I want it to go. And I'm going to paste again. Move another one where I want it to go. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Just meant to move it. Sorry. Make sure you're in the middle for moving. Paste it again. If you see these arrows up and down, it's going to change the size. So make sure you click in where you just see the selection arrow. Oops, that didn't work either. There we go. The hand. Move it again. Okay. Then I can take the circle tool to do an oval, to draw the oval in the middle. You can change the color if you want. And then I can just draw my oval right here in the middle. Now, we want to turn the car so it is facing to the right. We also need to get rid of the cat because we don't need the cat. So I'm just going to take the eraser tool and erase my cat. Bye-bye cat. Then I have this extra piece I don't need. And then what I'm going to do is take the selection tool and select around the entire car. Now you could have drawn it facing to the right, so to speak, but I am going to just, if it'll let me, select the whole car. And then down here, there is 2 arrows. If I can grab them, that should let me rotate it. Let's see. If I move it up, see there's those 2 arrows. And now I can rotate my car to the right. You can see it's rotated to the right. And now I have drawn my car. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename this car, this sprite red car. And we need to create a new variable called spinning. And the reason we're doing that is you will see that it's going to later, when their car is in a spin, what we're going to do. So we're going to go to the variables and make a variable called spinning. Remember that this project, sprites can run code only when they get the messages from the game loop. So we have to add this code to set up the start of the car. So we're going to go to events and it is when I receive setup, as we've done with the other items. We're going to set its size to 30%. So under looks in purple, you're going to find set size and change that to 30%. Once you're done with that, we're going to have it show. And we want it to go to the front layer because this is going to be on top. There's other layers going on, but we want to make sure this is on the top layer. Then we're going to tell it where to appear on the XY coordinate plane. And we want it to be in minus 40x and 0y. We want it to point in the direction of up. So we will go to looks again, and we will find point direction. Oh no, sorry, that's motion, my bad. Point in direction of 0, because if you click here and turn it to 0, it's showing that it is going to be pointing directly up. And we want to set the spinning to 0. So you need to find the set block in the variables, set it to spinning, and have it its variable. So this code runs when the setup message is sent by the game loop. The car doesn't spin when the spinning variable is sent to 0 because we don't want it spinning. Now we need to add the keyboard controls for the control for the car. We said we were going to control it by WSD. What we have to do is set up a block called car controls. We have to define how we're going to control the car. So I'm going to blocks, my blocks. I'm going to go to make blocks, and I'm going to call it car control. Then I'm able to define the car control. So controlling the cars, we want them to point in the direction of 0, which is straight up. So it's like they're going up the road. So that's going to make it straight. Then we need the if blocks for each of the letters we're using to control the car. So you're going to need 4 if-then blocks. So we might as well just grab all 4 at the same time. The next thing we need is for the keys that are going to be pressed. So we're going to go to sensing, and we need to find the key. So here's the key pressed. So it's if the key is pressed, and we need 1 key pressed in each of the if statements. And then we're going to set up which key. So if the D is pressed, if the A is pressed, because that's going to be right and left. W is going to be, we're going to do it for up and down. So I'm going to find if the W key is pressed, and then if the S key is pressed. So what's going to happen? So this, when the D key is pressed, we want it to point in a certain direction. We want it to point in the direction of 30. So I'm going to go back to motion, and I'm going to say point in the direction of 30. Now, what this point in the direction of 30 do? It makes the block turn to the right just a little. See? It is a little to the right. Then we need to change the speed of change the X a little bit. So we're going to go to motion and find change X by, and we want to change it by the car speed, which is under variables. And so what this is doing is this makes the car move sideways a little, okay? So this changes the direction and points it to the right. This makes it look sideways. So we need to do something similar for A. Now, if we're making one move to the right, we obviously want to make the other 2 move to the left. So instead of positive 30, we're going to go to negative 30, and you can see how it's pointing a little to the left when it's negative 30. And we need to make the car, move and turn a little to the right. So we're going to need that change X just like we did for making it move to the right. And we're going to change it by something different. If we change it by the car speed, it's going to move to the right. And we want it to be turning a little bit to the left. So we need to go to the operator, and we need to find the minus. So we want to change X 0 minus whatever the car speed is. So it will go the opposite. Just like we did a negative 30, this is minus this car speed, and it'll make it go the other way. So now we need the last two. This is going to allow, the W is going to make the car move up the stage. So moving up, remember, is the Y coordinates. So we need to go to motion, and this time we are changing Y. So not change X, we are going to change Y, because that's the up and down. And we want to change it by the car speed. So I'll go to variables, and I'm going to grab the car speed. And then last but not least, for going backwards, we're going to change the Y by the road speed. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to find my change Y. Here's my change Y because this is making it go backwards and we want to change it by the road speed. This block makes the car appear to stop by moving it down the same stage at the same speed as the road. Okay, the last thing we need to do is add some code so it actually runs the car controls, because right now we defined it, but there is no code to make it run. So what we're going to do is we need that move. We need the move when I receive that move message, because we have our setup message like the other things, but we don't have our move message. So when you receive the message for move, then we use the block car controls. And then when this message is sent out, these car controls will go into place. The move message right here is sent by the game loop many times per second. Let's see what happens. We click on the green flag, the road starts moving. I hit W, I'm going up. S, it seems I'm stopping. D, it's letting me turn. A, it's letting me turn. So my race car is working.